Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Jennifer Bowman with Olympia Piano, and this is video number 5 in the series on Chopin's Nocturne in D-flat. So my intent with these videos is to dig in more deeply on parts that are especially tricky, either with rhythm or fingering or big jumps. And so that's what I'm covering in these videos, not every single measure in this piece, although there are many difficult measures, and I've been practicing hard to prepare for these videos. So this video is going to cover measures 19 through 21. If you need a refresher on key or time signature, you can find that in video number 1. If you need a refresher on 2 against 3, you can find that at the beginning of video 2, or in my full video on how to play 2 against 3. So if you've been watching this series, you know I'm kind of going measure by measure. Let's start with the left hand in measure 19. There are some editions that have an E flat for the last note of the group, and there are some editions that have an A flat for the last note of the group. The editions are about half and half, who has the E flat and who has the A flat. In addition to the discrepancy in the bottom note, there's a couple ways you might see the articulation and notes in this measure. In one edition, you'll have a double stem on the first beat, so the A flat will have a stem going up, dotted quarter note, and it'll be beamed with the rest of the 16th notes. And what that means is you're going to hold that, if you can, while you're playing the other notes. You also may see a mini double stem of just a 16th note on that first beat. And in that same edition, then there's a tenuto and a double stem on the last one, and then a staccato. So bring it out. So you're going to see some things like that. So let's go over the fingering in the left hand if we have the E flat as the last note. Option 1, 5, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 5, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 5. Now if the last note is the A flat, we're going to do 5, 1, 3, 1, 2, Part 2, let's talk about the notes for one moment before we go over the fingering. You see the second note in group 2 is an F flat. Sitting on that second ledger line, those little lines underneath the notes are called ledger lines. So our first ledger line would be D flat, the second would be F, and we're going to flat that note, which means go down a half step. Flats do not have to be black keys. That's going to be the second and the fourth note in that group. And then the fifth note in that group is a B double flat. So here's our notes: D flat, F flat, G flat in our key signature, F flat, B double flat, D flat. 3 fingerings for those notes: 4, 1, 4, 1, 2, 5, or 5, 1, 3, 1, 2, 5, or 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 5. In all instances, we're going to hop down from 5 to 5. All right, now let's look at the right hand. The right hand here, we've got a 2 against 3 rhythm. At the very end of that measure, we have a dotted 16th note joined together with a 32nd note. So that's going to be a 6E and a 1 rhythm. Nice, even subdivision of 4. So let's go over the fingering. I'm going to give you 3 options. We're going to start on beat 3. Notice in the right hand, there's also some interesting notes. We've got A flat, then we've got another B double flat, so it's going to feel like A, followed by a C flat, another one of those white key flats. And then you want to just remember to keep that B double flat for the whole measure. So the notes themselves: A flat, B double flat, C flat, B double flat, A flat, B double flat, and then an F flat up here, which is going to feel like an E. So you only have 2 black keys in that measure with the right hand. All right, so fingerings are going to be 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, thumb under, 1, 5, 4, 3. Or keep the first half the same. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, and then 1, 4, 3, 2. Here's the third one. Again, the first half, the fingering is the same. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, thumb under, 1, 4, 2, 3. Let's put that together. Let's isolate just the 2 against 3. That's right on beat 4. So as you've seen in some of the other videos, we're going to change that little triplet into 30-second note triplets and fit them in. So we can either do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Together it would be like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. A little faster. 1, 2, 3. Or we can do ta, tiki, ta, ta. Together it would sound like this. Ta, tiki, ta, ta. Ta, tiki, ta, ta. So that's the 2 against 3. And then coming to the end of the measure, this is going to be an even subdivision. So I want you to think in 4. You could either think 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, or you could think 6E and 1. So when putting it together, I'm just going to use the 1, 2, 3 method. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Now I'm going to do that with the left hand, the alternative note in the left hand with the A flat. Here's how that's going to sound. And I'll also use the version with the left hand double stem in the first beat. Let's move on to measure 20 now, starting with the left hand. Many editions have a double stem on that B double flat, which is on B4. Fingering group 1, there's one choice for group 1, and it is 5, 1, 4, 1, 3, 4, 5. Hopping down to that B double flat. Group 2, two choices. 5, 1, 4, 1, 3, 4, 5. Or 5, 1, 4, stretch out 1, 2, 3, 5. All right, so now let's look at the right hand. The right hand is not tricky to put together, but it is tricky to play with those octaves. So the first thing let's look at is, let's look at the timing. So we have a 8th note, 16th rest, and it's going to just line up very nicely together, tie, and then 2 notes for every left hand. 2 notes, 2 notes, 2 notes, 2 notes together. All right, so the rhythm is straightforward here. Just remember that tie. So in terms of the octaves, there's a couple different ways you can finger them. In some editions, you'll see on that B double flat coming here on the tie, you might see a finger switch, 4, 5, and then that gets you in position to start the octaves. And so there's just 2 fingerings. One is 5, 4, 5, 4, 5 comes under, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Or you might also try, if your hands are large, you can try this fingering number 2. 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5. So I have a few tips for you for practicing something like this. Tip number 1, just do the top. So whichever fingering on the top you feel, and get your wrist pretty high. 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. So you get used to your pinky coming underneath. 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. You can do that also with 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5. And then, I know this seems weird, but also do that with a very, very loose, so loose that you feel like you might mess up thumb. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So then once you've done those tops and bottoms fingering, what I like to do is drop, lift the thumb, drop, lift the thumb, drop. See how that works? So it feels kind of messy when you're doing this slow dropping business. I'm going to put my pedal on so you hear that. By lifting the thumb and releasing it to grab the next one, it loosens up your hand. Now, the third thing is try to organize your gesture into groups of 4. So you're going to have down, touch, 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 down, touch, 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 down. So that works. So I'm not giving energy to every single fast note when I play it quickly because I don't really have time for that. But if I have one down anchor. All right, so now let's put that together. Together, lift, together, together, finger switch. I'll do 5-4, 5-4, 5-4, 5-4, 5-4, 5. Now I'll do 5-3. So as you get this into your fingers, what will really help is if you can take a look at the angle of your hand. You don't want to be straight like this. You really want to be open, and mine's pretty sideways. And if you're doing the 5-3, 5-4, check it out. So it kind of goes in, sideways, in, sideways. And it's okay if you play with flat fingers for this. You just do the best you can. All right, let's take a look at the left hand fingering for measure 21. Now, remember how in measure 19, some editions had an E flat at the end, some had an A flat at the end. In this measure, all of them have an A flat as the last note. So all of the notes are equal. So the fingering is going to be for group 1, 5, 1, 3, 1, 2, 5, 4. 2 choices for part 2, depending on what articulation you have. 4, 1, 4, 1, 2, 5, 5. That's what I would recommend if you don't have anything written in, no double stems or anything like that. However, if you have double stems or tenuti, those are the little lines over the note, or staccati, those are the little dots over the note, you might want to do fingering 5, 1, 3, 1, 2, tenuto, and then the staccato is going to be like a little gentle lift, and then super soft, and then you would do 4, 5. All right. Measure 21 is almost exactly like measure 19. Let's look at what's different. First difference is that the first note is a sforzando C octave, and even though you have the pedal, you're going to come off that. Second difference is that A flat comes with the last A flat of the group, whereas before we had 8th note there. So this one's a little bit later. Then this is the same. That B double flat, C flat, B double flat, A flat, B flat. Then we've got a grace note on that B double flat going to the F flat. This time we have just a 16th note with a staccato, followed by the 32nd rest. The 32nd rest would be the same length as the dot. If you held the dot, 6E and a 1, this is going to be 6E and a 1. You will have to pedal down, it just sounds slightly different. And then 3, 4, whatever fingering you're going to do. And the other thing I want to mention is that E flat, sometimes we'll have a slur to the next E flat. It looks like it's a tie, but really you're going to play 2 notes. All right, let's go ahead and do the fingering. Fingering wise, we're going to have the beginning's always going to be the same. 2, 3, 4, 3. Here's fingering number 1. 2, 3, 1, 5, lift, 4, 3. Take a look at my wrist when I do the lift. Here's fingering number 2. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3. Fingering 3. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 4. Or fingering 4. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2. So see which one of those fingerings works for your hand. I do think the finger switch on the E flat is good at the end on those 2 E flats to switch fingers 4, 3, 3, 4, or 3, 2. It keeps that 30-second light if you're going to be switching. Now timing is going to be the same as the other one, so I'm not going to redo that. The only thing I want to address is the grace note. You could play it before the beat or on the beat. So here's what before the beat sounds like. Before. Now you could also do it on. I think more people do it before, but see what you like, see what works for your hand. Let me play this slowly, then I'll play it more quickly. Look at the magical dynamics here. We have a sforzando, louder, and then we're going to come in really super soft and do a more gentle version of what we already did in measure 19. Keep your hands really close. Now it's quickly, more quickly. Okay, now let's do the playthrough. I'm going to do it once with the metronome on 5-0-50. I'm going to use the 1-2, 1-2-3 method of counting, and then I will play it through once with no metronome. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, soft. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, lift. Together, surprise. 1, 2, 1, 2. Different rhythm this time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. All right, here it is at tempo. All right, that is measures 19 through 21. I hope you found this video helpful. The next video is going to be measure 32 only. It's a really tricky and difficult measure, so you can look forward to that. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to subscribe and share with anyone who might enjoy this method of teaching. You can also send me a donation of any amount to my PayPal channel. That is listed in the description. I love to know what part of the world you are playing the piano from, so leave that for me in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.